Hello, welcome back, guys. This is day 8, I guess, of reading every day for 30 days. This is morning, so I'm recording this video in morning, unlike I record in night, 7 p.m. or in evenings, because I have a test today. I know, not today, tomorrow, so I need to get studying to it. Yep, that's why I'm recording this in the morning. So let's make it quick because I need to study. It's already 9:30, so I need to get started studying up till 10:30. So be lazy in 2012. If you need to, how should I set? Let me see. Can I make it? Yes. No, it's not working. Should I read like this? Or I don't know. How should I read it? Like this? Okay, that's great. Let's go to. In 2012, written article for a New York Times blog, the essayist and the cartoonist Tim Crader provided a memorable self-description. I'm not busy, I'm the laziest, ambitious person I know. Ideas, Randy, I don't know, man. This stage, Mr. Cave, this stage for frenetic work, however, was put to the test in the months leading up to the writing of his post. Here his description of the parade. I have insidiously this started because of professional obligation to become busy. Every morning my inbox was full of email asking me to do things I do not want to do or presenting me with problems that now I have to solve. His solution, he fled to what he calls an undisclosed location, a place with no TV, no internet. Going online requires a bike ride to the local library and where he could remain non-responsive to the ping break or cloud of small obligations that seems harmless in isolation but aggregate to the serious injury to his deep work habits. I have remembered about butter buttercups and stink bugs and the stars. Cadier says about his retreat from activity. I read and I finally getting some real writing done for the first time in months. It's important for our purpose to recognize that Cadier is no what the fuck is this? Torres. So he didn't retrieve from the world of business to underscore a complicated social critique. His move to an undisclosed location was instead motivated by a surprising but a particular insight. It made him better at his job. Here's the Cadier's explanation. Idleness is just not a vacation, an indulgence, or a voice. It is an indispensable to the brain as vitamin D is to the body. Deprived from it, we suffer a mental affliction as disk writing as rackets. It is paradoxically necessary to get away getting any work done. When Kader talks of getting work done, of course, he is not referring to shallow tasks. For the most important part, the more time you can spend immersed in shallow work, the more it gets accomplished. As writer and artist, however, Kader is instead concerned with the deep work, that serious efforts that produce things that the world values. These efforts, he is convinced, needs the support of the mind regularly released to leisure. These, this strategy argues that you should follow careers led by injecting regular and substantial freedom from professional concerns into your days, providing you with the idleness paradoxically required to get deep work done. There are many ways to accomplish this goal. You could, for example, use Cader's approach of retreating from the world of shallow tasks together by hiding out in an undisclosed location, but this isn't practical for most people. Instead, I want to suggest a more applicable but still quite powerful heuristic. At the end of the day of the workday, shut down your consideration of work issue until next morning. No after dinner email check, no mental replays of conversation, and no scheme about how you will handle an upcoming challenge. Shut down the work thinking completely. If you need more time, then extend your workday. But once you shut down, your mind must be left free to encounter cadence, buttercups, stink, bugs, and star. Before describing some of my tactics that supports this strategy, I want to first explore why a shutdown will profitable to your ability to produce valuable output. We have, of course, Tim Crader professional personal endorsement, but it's worth taking the time it's to also understand the science behind the value of downtime. A closure examination of this literature reveals the following three possible explanations for this value. Downtime aids insight. Consider the following expert from a 2006 paper that appeared in the journal Science. The scientific literature has empathized the benefits of conscious deliberation in decision making for hundreds of years. The question addressed here is whether this view is justified. We hypothesize that it is not. Lurking in this banned statement is a bold claim. The author of this study, led by the Dutch psychologist A.P. I can say his name, set out to prove that some decisions are better left to your unconscious mind to untangle. In other words, to actively try to work through these decisions will lead to an worse outcome than loading up the relevant information and then moving on to something else while letting the subconscious layers of your mind mull things over. Sear's team isolated this effort's effect by giving subjects the information needed for a complex decision regarding a car purchase. Half the subjects were told to think thoroughly the information and then make the best decision. The other half were distracted by easy puzzle after they read the information and were then put onto the spot to make decision without having the time to consciously deliberate. The distracted group ended up performing better. Observation and experiments such as this one led Sir and his collaborators to introduce unconscious thought theory, an attempt to understand the different roles of conscious and unconscious deliberation plays in decision making at a high level. This theory proposes that for decision that requires the application of strict rules, the subconscious mind must be involved. For example, if you need to do the math calculation, only your conscious mind is able to follow the precise arithmetic rules needed for correctness. On the other hand, for the decision that involves large amounts of information and multiple vague and perhaps even conflicting constraints, your unconscious mind is well suited to tackle the issue. UTT means unconscious thought theory. A hypothesis that this is due to the fact that these regions of your brain have more neural bandwidth with it available, allowing them to move and move around more information, and strive through the more potential solution than your conscious counter. Fuck these dogs. Center of thinking. Your conscious mind, according to this theory, is like a home computer on which you can run carefully written program that returns correct answers to a limited problems, whereas your unconscious mind is like Google vast data center in which the statistical algorithm lives. Now it's 10, right? We need to more 2 minutes more. Shit. Through the terabytes of unstructured information, teasing out the surprisingly useful solution of difficult questions. The implication of this line of research is that providing your subconscious mind to rest enables your unconscious mind to take a shift, sorting through your most important and complex professional challenges. A shutdown habit, therefore, is not necessarily reducing amount of the time you have engaged in productive work, but is instead diversifying the type of the work you deploy. I think I will go through the reasons. Downtime helps to recharge. Downtime helps recharge the energy needed to work deeply. The work that evening downtime replaces is usually not that important. So yeah, I think today I will take downtime in evening too for at least 30 minutes because I will be tired from studying. The rule 2 is embrace boredom. I will read it after I finish my exam in night because I will study whole day tomorrow. So that's about it. Thank you for watching this video. Yeah, see you later.